Hello and welcome to the Will to Win podcast. This is Alex Muir, and again, helping millennial professionals reach peak mental and physical performance. And in this episode, I'm going to delve into a few details of exactly what I work on, how I can help people with my blog, with my YouTube channel, and with this podcast. And I'm going to start off by saying that although I say in my tagline, for millennial professionals, this information is for anyone, for that matter. But I'm because of my age, of course, I would relate more to people, millennial professionals my age and a bit older. So that's why I'm targeting that particular demographic. But again, the information can be used for anyone, and on some of the things that some of the information that I delve into, and some of the areas which I delve into is the reaching peak mental performance. Now, as far as mental performance goes, over the years I've picked up a few things, a few strategies to help with building a world-class morning routine or a daily routine from when you get up to when you go to bed. Now, I'm the kind of person that, I'm very consistent for the most part, but again, like anyone else, I can sometimes get off the beaten track and not always stay consistent. So what I try and look at now is being as consistent as I can while also leaving some room for spontaneity. And to give you an example, some of the habits that I picked up over the last few years will be, which have been very helpful, has been to do daily meditation from anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, exercise a minimum of 3 to 4 days a week. Some weeks can get really hectic and I might do less, but I always shoot for 3 to 4 days a week. If I do more, great. If I do not as much, that's okay too, because it all depends on your routine and what's going on. So that's number 1 and 2, meditation, daily meditation, as much as I can, weekly exercise 3 to 4 days a week. Number 3 would be to listen to some sort of educational audio or watch some sort of educational YouTube videos that are actually good quality. Because again, YouTube or the internet online, there's always going to be areas where they don't provide valuable information, and then there's going to be other areas that do. So you got to focus on how you're going to stay educated when you are done either your university education or your high school education, either or. You need to find a way to stay educated and to stay on top of trends and what's happening, how people are learning, how people are consuming information, and how things are going in that direction. Because the more that you stay on top of the curve of the learning curve of how people are learning and consuming information, the better equipped you're going to be for the future to be a very successful professional in your field. So that's why that was my main driver for creating this podcast and creating my blog and my website, is to help people and educate people on what is possible when you do your own research and you just do something because you want to do it. No other reason why. Just you want to do something and you want to be the best that you can be, not only for yourself but for others as well. And the next thing I want to mention, with the learning. So we've mentioned meditation, we've mentioned weekly exercise, daily meditation, and then the number 3 was the learning, finding a way to learn every day, however, which way you like to do that. Audio format, if you like to read ebooks. I've actually recently transitioned to reading ebooks over paperback books. Over the last 3 years, I'd say I transitioned from reading paperback books, then I transitioned to listening to audiobooks, because that was just a new format which I really loved, and I've been able to consume a lot more information, and it's a lot more enjoyable because you get to listen to a podcast or an audiobook on the way to work, and the way your morning commute to work, and post commute when you're leaving work. So it's a really nice way to get in just a little bit of education or learning every single morning and every single evening of your day, just by the commute back and forth to work. And then what would be a few other things that I've learned over the years that have really been helpful and that can also help you guys out as well. What would be a few more? I would have to say, so number 4 would be some sort of daily stretching or daily yoga to help with aiding, aches and pains. If you're someone that does any kind of physical exercise, if you're an athlete, if you're a power lifter, bodybuilder, or if you're someone that does any sort of sports, or you work a desk job. I actually work a desk job. I'm in a promo marketing role, and as you might know, when you're working, depending on the job that you do, if you're fairly inactive and you're not like getting a lot of movement in your job, you're gonna get stiff. You're gonna get aches and pains from doing a lot of sitting and being on a computer all day, and going from work to doing fairly intense weight training, as I do and as other people do. If you're someone that trains after work or in the morning, you're gonna notice that you're gonna get very stiff. So my 4th tip that I've learned over the years is to make sure you're getting in some sort of stretching routine. I have been neglecting stretching for a very long time and not good. I've always been quite lazy with it, and I've learned that I can't be. You have to develop, even if it's just for 3 to 5 minutes a day, get something in there that's going to help you loosen up. The yoga has definitely been helpful for me, but I definitely find it tedious past 6 or 7 minutes. I don't like it past 6 or 7 minutes. I just find I want to do other things, and I actually spend most of my time in the kitchen cooking, preparing for the next day, because again, food is fuel, and you want to make sure you're getting in the best fuel possible. So I would say that's number 5, your nutrition. If your nutrition is out of whack, your thinking and your ability to perform at an elite level will be diminished. So, like, the biggest thing that I learned over the last few years is, I would say, nutrition's way up there. That'd be tip number 5 I've learned over the years. Make sure that you're getting in quality nutrition, as much as you can, whole foods, and then tip number 6, make sure you get enough sleep. I don't know about you, but I'm someone that's needed a lot of sleep since I was young. That's never changed, and I'm sure a lot of other people are like that as well. If you're someone that does suffer from sleep issues or insomnia, definitely recommend CBD oil, and also recommend doing some sort of meditation practice before bed. It really helps with your ability to doze off and go to sleep. The CBD oil, I just recently started using that, and it's very helpful for helping you like wind down if you're someone that's fairly high strung. I'm a type A personality. I always need to find ways to wind down, and the biggest 2 things that have helped me are the meditation and the CBD oil. But again, the CBD oil can be quite expensive, so depending on where you are, whether you're in the US or Canada, depending on how it's regulated, it is legal here in Canada, and again, it's you can just take it as like an oil. It's like hemp oil. It's derived from the hemp plant, and basically, you just take the oil under your tongue, and then you take it as a health supplement. It's like a health supplement. So those are just a few of the tips that I want to review with you guys. Those are my top 6 tips on how to, set your routine up for success. Those are just a few of the tips that I recommend to kind of get you started. And again, if you have any additional feedback or information that you want to hear, let me know. I really appreciate you guys all taking the time to listen to this podcast. Again, this is the Will to Win podcast by Alex Muir. And I'm helping millennium professionals reach peak mental and physical performance. And you can also reach me on my blog or my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, Alex Muir, M as a Mike, UIR, and my website, Alexander Muir, M as a Mike, UIR.com. All right, take care.